All right. So this is going to be a tour of my Transformers collection. I know, crazy. But yeah, I love Transformers. Also, some other stuff that we'll get to, but for now, it's mostly Transformers. So this is my shit that is really cool, important to me, and also I really want to display, but it doesn't fit. Either because aesthetically it clashes with what I'm going for on another shelf, or because it's, uh, you know, a Titan and doesn't fit physically on that shelf. You know, got Masterpiece Metatron, TF07 Optimus, reissue Optimus Primal, animated Blur, great toy. No, Gamer Megatron. This is probably one of my favorite Metatrons. That's really hard. Honestly, one of the biggest highlights of my collection, Tiny Team Stream. I love this to death. Got some bloaties, Pathfinder and pipes, some vintage boys. Just a lot of stuff. Just a lot of stuff here. Now I'm gonna sit down really quickly. And we got right here, I'll start here and I'll zigzag my way down. We got my Cobra shelf. This is something very important to me, mostly just because I think Cobra is really cool. I have not engaged with much G.I. Joe media as an adult. I watched quite a bit of it with my dad as a kid. But, that's how things go. The only named characters I have on this shelf are Cobra Commander and Storm Shadow. Because those are the only ones that matter. Okay, Destro also matters, but there's no toy of him out right now that's affordable. So it's just goons. It's just Cobra Gooners, wouldn't have it any way. Over here's my general, sit-ins action figure shelf and, my little Mutant Mayhem turtles, because I think they fit in scale-wise. Mostly Spider-Man. Got some Rangers deep in the back. The main four, Dino Thunder, Zeo Green, Phantom Ranger. Cool stuff. 2 of these given to me by my roommate. Over here, we have the G.I. Joe part of the G.I. Joe shelf and collection. The only characters I know literally jack and shit about are Duke and Snake Eyes. Okay, all of these other fuckers, he likes to climb, and he has a hat. His name back there is Grunt, and he's a grunt. Riveting, I know. Oh, the home defense baseball bat and some Power Rangers thing, I don't fucking know. Sonic shelf. This is pretty cool. Supersonic on a flight stand. I love that part. Mighty the Armadillo, my absolute boy. Werehog. Classic and modern Sonic sitting and just having an absolute great time. As long as you avoid evil, intimidating Hedgehog back here. Little accessories. And the trailer shelf. Because who doesn't love a shelf for trailers? Because they're fucking big. And, No, let's do a little trailer tier list really quickly. Dog shit. Funny. I'm glad I got this on clearance. And the Commander Optimus trailer, which is good. And, of course, the absolute Giga S tier. Walmart Cars toy trailer. Now, as we do, so we're gonna flip right around and talk about some Autobots. We'll just talk about Autobots. This is my Autobot High Command shelf. Got Got the Armada Duo, as I like to call them. Impactor, Jetfire, Metalhawk, Air Raids here, representing the aerial bots. Grimlock here, representing the Dinobots. GDO Hotspot, representing, the Protectobots. Redgar, leader of Junkion, Ultra Madness. Second in command, Alita 1, representing all of women. Because you know how Transformers be. So, gotta catch my breath. Hot take. I still think this toy is bad. I still think it's the best one Alita 1's ever had. Because at least it's a cool body type for a female character. But that's just me. Cosmos. We love Cosmos here. Wheelie. Prowl. Ratchet. Jazz. RC. Hot Rod. Bumbly Boy. Chromia and Ironhide. Just these are what I consider to be like some of the most important Autobots, at least in my collection. Now if I'm gonna sit back down, we'll take a look right here at my Decepticons. Because, I love Decepticons. I consider myself a Decepticon girly, if you would. So, Wasp, Crasher, Blitzwing, Titan's Return, Astro Chain, just because couldn't find the Siege one, and honestly, I like that toy a lot. Sound Blaster and 35th anniversary Megatron. I bought both of them for $35. Best deal I've ever gotten. Skytreads is my boy. I love him. He's one of my favorite Decepticons. Overlord. Great toy already. I would replace it with a Commander in a heartbeat, even though it's one of my favorites, just because it's very good, but I don't think it's good enough. Which sounds very Flame War, Shadow Striker. Don't like Shadow Striker, or I don't like both of these toys as a mold very more. But these are like my Transformers OTP, so got a little snake, and they got Laser Beak because of, Perfect Decepticon, which I think is like one of the best pieces of Transformers media ever made. But we're gonna go down from my lovely Decepticons and go to the Autobot Soldiers. This is what I call this shelf. Got the two big Dinobots in the back, Bulkhead, Hauler, Universe Brawn with a 3P head. Maybe my favorite thing in the collection. I could say that about so many things, like Commander Optimus up here. I spent so much on him and stuff, and he's also probably one of my favorite things in the collection. But like with this guy, with Roadbuster, it's like I had this toy as a kid. It was a good, loyal fave of mine. It was very sturdy. The only thing I broke off was these little panels right here that hold... I'm trying to open it. My little missile pods. Broke those off as a kid. Otherwise, he was the most sturdy, stable toy I had. Lost him at some point when I was a teenager. Regret it. So I bought a cool 3P one, and it's just like, they're never going to make a Roadbuster I like more than this one. Legacy Deers, best toy of Legacy, honestly. Maybe of all generations, honestly. I love him. I love him so much. But then, we got my favorite character in all of Transformers, Trax. I adore this toy. I think it's one of the best. For Trax, not ever, because, I love Trax so much. Trax has so many bad toys. It's astounding. And then we got Scoop. I still really like the Scoop. I think the Scoop is great. I think it fits in kind of seamlessly with, a lot of the more modern stuff. It's not as articulated, but I think visually and aesthetically he holds up great. Strong arm with Sideswipe. Hoist over here is the first Transformer I ever bought while collecting, and you know what? I love him. I love him. He has a very special place in my heart for me. I could never get rid of him. Hardhead, Cliff Jumper, Javelin, who my girlfriend got for me. Thank you, because I know she'll watch this. Huffer, love her. Flack, Dead Guy. Sorry, took a moment. And here we have we'll call it my late era Decepticons, even though, we got Skytreads and stuff up here. But, this is like Galvatron's crew to me. Got Super 7 Banzaitron, got him for $25, which is the most I would pay for him. He's not very good, but he kind of rots at just standing there. Pretenders, Crankcase, Scourge, Headmasters, which I just think they all look great. I love this Cyclonus, but he's yellowed to shit. Galvatron's, I think, great though. No, some weird color stuff on the camera right now, but I don't care. Down here, we got some just other shit that I got. Like Ron. We have Ron over right here. Which, he exists. He's a character in Transformers, I guess. And then, we got Slammer and Chromar. Probably my two favorite of the weaponizers. Party Wallop, D16, who I bought off of a friend of mine. Love this toy. I took it to see TF1 with me. Studio Series TF1 Optimus Prime. Least favorite thing on the shelf. Honestly, I thought it was Shadow Striker. It might be this. Just because, the hunt I had to do for this thing was kind of insane and stupid. And then at the end of the day, it's just kind of a very mid toy. Legends Rodimus doesn't come with his original Target Master, so I gave him the Studio Series one. Goldbud looking fucking delicious in this lighting. Same with Mirage. Airwave. Counterpunch. I don't know where my punch is. That's so weird. Huh. Cascade. Fuck this toy. Fuck this mold. I say this. This is pretty close. So Shadow Striker. Three-way tie, honestly. Legacy Armada Starscream. Great toy. Universe Stormcloud. Also great toy. And we're just gonna stand right back up and then sit right back down, because I didn't think this through very well, even though this is my second attempt at this. We have my, universal threat, my neutral threat. These are the guys, the Autobots and the Decepticons. This is what brings them together to fight as one. Tarn, Sentinel. The Sentinel toy, I want to like it. I want to like it so bad. Honestly, I would forgive so much if it came with the swords and had the angel wings, but it just doesn't. Death Tractor Blokies, Decepticons, Nemesis Prime, and Slash Skirt. A lot of people are upset that this is more a Nemesis than a Scourge, which is fair. This is my only proper Nemesis though, so I don't care. Rock Lords. I want to eat Shard. Shard looks very tasty. We got the funny Pirate Man. Detritus, who honestly, I used to have him in just the Decepticon shelf, but he kind of just went here to make room. And yeah. Instead of going straight down to all this lovely stuff, we're actually going to take a moment to look at all the stuff on my desk, because I don't want to sit back down again immediately. These three, Legacy Armada Wheeljack, Devastation Optimus, and Burnout, just didn't have room for them on the shelf, and they're kind of just fidget toys at the moment. You know, all my little Battle Masters here next to my Superman. Rouge the Bat and Knuckles. The Cursed One. Da, 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 Anyways, you know, just some more General Decepticons. Rouge the Bat. You know, Small Soldiers. I have a Chip Hazard and Brick Bazooka. Love these two to death. You know, some of the favorite things I own personally. My Witch from Mercury stuff. Sonic with soap shoes. Beast boxes, which I've kind of fallen out with Beast boxes. I just don't think I like them that much anymore. But you know, these ones are nice. Very good friend bought like 90% of them for me. So thank you, Moth. Knight Rider, Agent Knight. Girlfriend bought this one for me as well. Thank you. And then we have, let's see here, Masterpiece Blue Streak. You know, Bloki's Blue Streak. These are at my desk because in my AU, Blue Streak is the main character. And, you know, he shot up really hard. He shot up really high in importance to me, you know? And I just love him a lot. So he's one of the few masterpieces I've actively sought out. And you know what? Gorgeous toy. Gorgeous rendition. Ignore the fact that he can't hold his gun straight. But that's a whole other thing. But now, we round this out, and we go to Beast Wars. So this is the Beast Wars shelf, you know? It's beastin' all over them wars. So I have a complicated thing with Beast Wars. I really like Beast Wars. But like, not that much. I'm not a Beast Wars head. I'm not a beast head. I just like a lot of it. No, I consider this to be the most complete part of my collection. Even though I don't have Tigertron, Silverbolt, or Tigerhawk. Just because I don't like those characters enough to justify paying Voyager and Leader price for them, you know? No, this is basically all the Beast Wars characters I care about. And Tarantulas is also here, I guess. You know? Airazor's broken. I don't care enough to fix her. She should just stay over here with her weird spider wife. Primal, Rhinox. I like this Rhinox a lot. I know this Rhinox gets... Had to fix him. I know this Rhinox gets a lot of hate. I like him a lot. Pterosaur is another fave of mine. I love him hell of a lot. Okay, you know, Nemesis Primal. You know, got that from a friend of mine. Thank you. Yeah, Fossilizers, you know, all good stuff. My favorite Beast Wars character, Inferno. I like this mold a lot. The opening mouth does so much for me. And then we have the not the Beast Wars. I'm a little tired. We have the live-action movie shelf, which is majoritely a Bumblebee movie, because that's probably my favorite live-action movie. It's either it or Rise of the Beast, honestly. You know, for 07 original toys, we got Long Arm, who's really good. I unscrewed the stupid gun from his hand, though. 07 movie Jazz, and there's barely any light shining on this thing, and all of that light piping is so good. Strafe, he's fun. This Bumblebee movie Optimus is a knockoff. Got him from my dad. He's really good, though. His tits are die-cast, though, so his tits be heavy. Yes. So Hot Rod, Wheeljack, Brawn. This Huffer Power Core Huffer was a big childhood toy of mine that I ended up losing, and this one is from my friend Blake. So thank you, Blake. You know, Jeep Bumblebee, only movie Bumblebee I have out. The other one I have is like an 07 mold that I think is bad. Bumblebee RC, who is looking delicious in this lighting. Slay Girl. Now then, you know, Bumblebee Soundwave, who I think his ult mode is good, actually. Concept Series Megatron, maybe one of the best leaders of all time. Thrust, KSI Bot. High Shatter. Oh my god, High Shatter. Sideways, Mohawk, Rumble. I just used this Rise of the Beast weaponizer as just like movie 1 Scorponok. Ravage. He sure is a toy. This Scout is very good. Kind of a banging toy. And then we'll go down to the Seeker shelf. Yay, Seekers! So, I'm being negative only because, I don't want to dedicate a whole shelf to these motherfuckers, but, their wings, these two dipshits, especially their wings take up so much fucking space. And then Dirge's wings can't fucking fold forwards. But yeah. I use this guy as Acid Storm. So yeah. This G2 Ramjet, that's my Slipstream, just because I want the actual Slipstream they made, and this is the best I got. Dirge was a super big childhood favorite of mine. I had Classics Dirge. So Dirge was one of the few Decepticons I had, which made him the leader of my childhood Decepticons. And then, befitting Dirge, he got ate by my dog. So yeah, so I instantly pre-ordered the 2-pack, and I was actually one of the first people to get it, and not a hot ticket item nowadays, but yeah. And then, to end things out, we got my Unicron Trilogy shelf. Now, for a lot of these, I didn't really focus super hard on getting, the original releases or anything. If I could get a cheaper 07 repaint, that's what I did. Demolisher back there, got all 4 missiles. I love Demolisher. This toy right here, Buzzsaw. This is my roommate's least favorite toy that I own, because he just doesn't like it very much. And you know what? Because for some weird reason, and he says it's too noisy. I don't know why. Armada Hotshot, Smokescreen. These are some of my favorite toys. They're just really fun to transform, and I'd transform them for hours just because I like me a good simple transformation. Energon Megatron, given to me by my friend Blake. This Optimus is really mid. I don't people kept telling me that if I didn't like this Optimus that I'd fucking hate Hotshot, but this Optimus is just kind of bad and annoying. The way the sliders on the arms work, and then the leg articulation isn't even that good. It's almost genuinely on par with Sideswipes. Except I guess this guy has shoulders, kind of. This toy is not that good. I don't understand. But it's alright. Backstop. Jolt. Long Arm. RC sure is there. Boat. So, Cybertron Run Amok. I bought this toy. Thinking, well, I liked these two, so surely I'll like this guy. No. God, no. This toy is fucking bad. It is a bad toy. It's so clunky, and he doesn't articulate. His transformation is kind of alright. The car mode's okay. But, fuck, he fails at everything else. It's so bad. But overall, I like Unicron Trilogy, Hotshot, Override, this little guy. These two, as I've said. Thunderglash is bad, I will say. She's kind of bad. Also, have you ever noticed how she has, a matrix in her chest? I've always thought that's so weird. Just a weird design detail. It's that's the Matrix. Oh no, it's not focusing. But that's the fucking matrix right there. That's the matrix of leadership in her chest. Anyways, Drop Shot is fucking fantastic. So is Energon Barricade, weirdly. But yeah, that's the Transformers collection. That's my toy collection for the most part. I got some bullshit, in the closet, and I got some other bullshit, in the living room. But I'm not going to show that off just because, I don't really care that much. It's stuff I don't want to display actively. And I got Optimus here, who I love. Recently, I've been kind of struggling with my love for Transformers and wondering why do I even do this? Why do I collect all of this? No, do I even like Transformers? And the answer to that is, of course, fuck yes, I love Transformers. This is probably one of my, favorite things ever. And I got it so into my head, about, is any of this good? Is any of this, good media? Is any of this fun? And it's just fuck yes. I like Transformers. I like Autobots. I like Decepticons. I like Beast Wars. I just like Transformers, and nothing will change that. And I'm glad that I've kind of been able to really just enjoy myself a little bit more with the hobby again, even if I don't have that much money. Cosmos, is a big factor than that. He's really fun. Commander Optimus, Devastation Optimus, he's also a major player in that. I just like Transformers. And other stuff, like Sonic, G.I. Joe. But this right here, this is what I like. This is what I like doing with my free time a lot of the time. If I'm not, editing something or writing something, it's messing with toys, because toys are fun. And, why should I care what other people think about the hobby at this point, or the prices, or anything? I'm not in it for anything other than just I like these characters and I like toys, because they make me happy. So yeah, that's what I'm going to leave it out on. Vernheads be like though, Vernhead Nation, rise up, rise, rise, rise.